Hey everyone, Paul Kepner here with PK Productions. Today I'm going to try a little experiment and see how well it works. So I've got this old computer monitor here that's been sitting around and is completely worthless. I was going to use it as a monitor. When it was working, I was going to try to use it as a monitor with my camera, but it doesn't even run 1080p, so that's pretty crappy. Since then it's burned out, doesn't do anything, it's just a big paperweight. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, got this green paint. I'm going to attempt to mask off the screen, paint it this green, and hopefully have a monitor that is like this green screen here, so I can have anything on the screen I want. I've experimented with a few different colors, a few different types of spray paint, just to see if I could key it out correctly. And the one that I found that works the best is this Krylon. It's a Krylon fluorescent, but it's a matte finish, so you don't get any gloss or anything. So what I'm going to do, like I said, take the painter's tape. I'm going to go all the way around the outside, completely edge it, mask everything, clean the screen with alcohol, get it nice and smooth and clean, and then put on a few coats of the fluorescent green, let it dry, and then we'll give it a shot. So let's get started on trying to turn this into a miniature green screen. I think it'd be pretty cool. I've got a few ideas for it, so if it works, it'll be perfect. If not, it's an old monitor. I was going to throw it away anyway, so let's get started. All right, we want to make sure that the screen is clean. This one's pretty nasty, as you can tell. You can see all this stuff up here. So before I can put any paint on it or tape or anything, this has to be completely clean. So what I was going to do is clean it in two different steps. One, I was going to use Windex, just get all the big stuff off, and then once it's clean with that, I was going to go back with alcohol and tissue and get everything nice and clean and oil free. So like I said, screen's it's not good, so I'll just spray some Windex on a rag. Doesn't matter if I get some on the screen right now because it's going to be cleaned and dried later. So we're going to get all this stuff off. Now you can see, try to blow some air on it to speed up the drying. There, it's all clean, doesn't have any gunk on it from sitting in the garage. So now to make it even more clean, no more Windex, we use the alcohol. Put on just tissue, use paper towel, whatever, and then just go over it. You can see it had extra, it had still had stuff on it. We don't want that. Get all the extra alcohol off. There you go. Pretty clean now. Don't have anything on it, just the alcohol. Now what we'll do is I will take it in, let it warm up a little bit, let the paint warm up, and then we'll come out and mask it and then paint it, because the paint and everything and the monitor need to be warm, because otherwise if you try to spray cold paint, it doesn't work too well. So all right, I'm gonna go let it warm up, then we'll come back, mask it, and put some paint on it and see what happens. All right, screen's all dry, nice and clean, as best as possible. What I'm going to do is get the masking tape, go around the outside edge here, try to make it as nice and clean as possible. Have this tool, it's a little carving tool, that once I put the tape down, I'm going to go over and make it nice and clean edge. I'm not really too concerned about the if it scratches the screen at all when I'm putting the tape on, because it's a bad screen. So take a piece of tape, I'll put it next to the screen. Just like that. I'll just take, you could use a toothpick, a piece of plastic with an edge on it, anything, but just Getting a nice clean edge. Just like that. Then I'll go all the way around. All right, there we go. Got it all masked off. It's all pretty. The sides, I'm going to put some paper on it. So we'll come right back. And actually I don't want to do this outside. It's too cold, so you don't paint in cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put paper up on the green screen back here. Put paper on the table and get everything covered. So then I'm ready to go as far as spraying it. So. All right, we're going to paint the screen now. I actually have the monitor sitting on its back, so that way it's not such a steep angle. And I've got it all masked off around it, paper everywhere, under it, background, everything. So I've been shaking this. Let's make sure we got a smooth paint coming out. There we go. So now you want to do even strokes all the way across, and you don't want to stop. Just like that. Now you don't want to put too much paint down at first because you'll have it running, and then that could be bad for keying it out. So let that dry, come in, put another coat or two, and see how it looks after we get all the tape and everything off. Okay, as you can see, the paint has dried and you've got this nice matte finish. So it's not real reflective like it was. So what I'm going to do, now that this part has dried, not the frame, but this, I don't want to touch the screen because I have oil from my hand. But since this has dried, I'm going to put another couple of coats on it. It's looking good so far. Again, let's test. All right, got a good spray. All right, let that dry, and then we'll come back, check it, see how it looks, and probably, like I said, put at least another coat, if not two more, just to make it even. I don't want to make them real thick when I put them on because I don't want it to run. So, all right, come back and check it in a little bit longer. All right, got the monitor all painted, flip back up. Had a little bit of a problem. I ended up putting 4 coats on it. On the 3rd coat, had a bug that flew right here and messed up the paint, and then something got there. I think my sleeve hit it or something. So I sanded it a little bit real lightly and put a couple more coats on it, and hopefully you won't be able to see it when I'm trying to key it out. I looked at it with the camera, couldn't really see it, so let's hope for the best. Anyway, let's pull the paper off. Overall, not too bad. And the color, if you look at it with the screen right here, it matches it really well. Here, I'll scoot it back. Let's see if I can get the reflection off of it. Look at that. Almost a perfect color with the background. So now all I'll do is throw up a different background and then throw something up here on this screen and see how it keys, and hopefully the little mess up here and here won't won't make the image look bad. All right, as you can see, turned out pretty good. Now if I wanted to key something on here, I can, and I don't have to worry about a shadow or a background or anything like that. I can have this monitor sitting on a desk or any place really, and as long as I key out this color, I can throw in whatever video I want. Like I can put up one of the videos that I've worked on before that I've put up here, or anything really. So think it's working out pretty well. I'm not picking up any shadows from where the paint messed up from the bug. So I think I'll be using this a little bit more often in quite a few of the videos. So if you like it, feel free to write, comment about it. I'd love to hear your comments, what you have to say about it, or if you know another way that might work just as well or easier, I'd love to hear that as well. But this is Paul Kepner with PK Productions, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And again, like the video right down here, hit the thumbs up button, feel free to share it, and hit subscribe so you can follow and keep up with all the videos we're putting out. Until next time, I'll see you then. Thanks.